for $4.49. Why would I not pick that up? All right, well today we are in Middletown, Maryland, and we are sitting outside of the Goodwill. I decided this trip to Maryland, I was gonna go in reverse order. So we're gonna head in and see what we can find to buy and flip for a profit. Here we go. This is really pretty. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of chips and cracks on that. So we're not gonna take it with us. I like the bunny rabbit on that. I really like this box. I don't see any markings on it. I like the frosted lid. It's 99 cents. You can't go wrong with a 99-cent trinket box. So I'm gonna grab that. This kind of reminds me of the Anthropology with the applied flower on it. It's probably not. And unfortunately, the flower does have a chip. There's a bookend. Kind of neat, but there's chipping to that. The elephant is really cute, but his trunk is broken. And check out this sculpture. I feel like that's one of those plaster kits that you can get and immortalize your love for one another. Oh hey, Peggy Carr. Almost missed that down on the bottom shelf. We'll grab that for $5.49. $3.49 on that. This is really pretty. Made in Thailand. Kind of like the shape of that for $9.49. Hello, Carnival glass. $14.49, but I think it's worth grabbing for that price. I really love the blue. It's a cobalt blue base, real heavy iridescent, so I'm willing to pay up on that. There's a nice Celadon vase for $5.49. Kind of like the looks of that, so I think I'll pick it up for $5.49. $7.49. That's really pretty. I can't tell if that's Empoli or not, but I think that might sell well in my booth. So I might pick that up for $7.49. I really love the long shape of it. There is a nice hobnail dish. Kind of looks like it wants to be moonstone. There's a little opalescence there, but I don't think there's enough opalescence. Here's some BBP for $2.49. This looks like a little creamer. I don't see a sugar to go with it though. Oh, and hey, check this out, $4.49. I sold one of these recently in yellow. It doesn't have a super high resale value, but I like the blue, so I'm gonna grab that. Stick both of those in there. What is this? Oh, Plymouth Rock. It's a souvenir piece. Down here, they have these really neat canisters. I think these are usually out of Germany or Czechoslovakia. These ones are in English, though. Czechoslovakia, there you go. These have a tendency to chip up, and you can see there is some chipping on those, so I'm going to leave them behind. But I am going to grab this because it looks like it's from Italy for 99 cents. This vintage table is super cool. It looks like the whole set is only $54.79. I love that, and it comes with 2 leaves even. That's definitely vintage for $5.49. There's some chipping on the base, though. No, I think I still might grab it. Definitely has a vintage look to it. Look pretty with a candle in it. I like the flowers on that, but I think it's probably mass-produced and contemporary. These are fun little mid-century shaped ashtrays, I believe. Kind of boomerang shaped. $2.49 each. I'm wondering if this goes with them. This is kind of awkward. It's more of like a shell shape. I think that these definitely go together. So I'm gonna grab those. Okay, so I just dug out this dish because it just had a clarity about it that I liked. It's also slightly frosted. It does appear that there might be a little bit of a fracture there, like a bruise on the outside. but for the most part, it's in good condition. It is marked Noctman. It has an etched signature on there. So I think I'm going to grab this. It just strikes me as being good quality crystal. So let's stick that in here. It also looks like a nice piece of cut crystal. And there's no markings on it. I know a lot of people are like, you should just pick it up. But also, it's harder to sell without being able to put a name to it. At least I have a hard time selling it without a name. So that's why I like to look for the signatures. Come here, you. I want to get a closer look at the bottom of this one. Nope, no markings on that. I just like the combination of the frosted. I'm going to set that here. Ooh, very carefully. And last but not least, I was kind of curious about this one on the bottom, but it looks like it might be just reverse painted. So not really seeing much else. Maybe we'll go check out the artwork and then possibly get out of here. I was walking by and noticed these radon canisters. Oh, sweet. They're the bumblebee. Oh, is this the full set? It is the full set. That is worth picking up. They've sold these before and they sold super quick. I know a lot of people say that radon is dead, but some of them still sell. And they sell quickly and for good money. So I'm going to pick up this set. There's a full set there. Here is a Thunderbird ashtray. I suspect it might go with those. So I'm going to grab that. They just kind of have the same form and the same color scheme. And check this out. I just noticed this on the back of the shelf. That is kind of a cool sculpture. Let me get a closer look at that before I take off. What is this? No, it's made in China. Never mind, it really wasn't that exciting. Alright, well, Christmas is over, but they still have some Christmas stuff out, so I'm going to take a peek. It's a shame that's damaged. Art glass present. I've seen pieces similar to this at the art glass show. Well, the glass show, not the art glass, but the glass show in Carlisle. And they're actually kind of spendy. Here are a bunch of things still in the box. It has a kind of cool box. Mug and puzzle set. It must be a really small mug to fit in that box. It's literally just the puzzle. Alright, well, our total spend there at the Middletown Goodwill was a whopping $96. I guess it added up pretty fast, but I feel like we got some pretty decent stuff, and I'm excited to get it sold, move it into my booth and list it online and make a profit. So I'm going to move on to the next Goodwill now, and I will see you there. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is so delightful for $4.49. Why would I not pick that up? There is an elephant. I think that's made of wood. He seems to be missing his ears there, so we're going to leave that behind. This dish here is clear glass. It's $9.49, but it does have a Royal Copenhagen sticker. So that is a nice piece of glass for $9.49. I think it's worth picking up. And I'm going to stick it in here with my skunk. Here are some art glass swans that seem to be in decent condition for $3.49. Those don't have a super high resale value, but they might be worth picking up. They're pretty blue glass. There is a little rose medallion. Well, this isn't even a rose medallion. This is like a fan mail rose for $1. It's $1 for $1.50. This is a cute little dish. Now it's decorated in Hong Kong. I feel like that might date it to the 60s or 70s. But I think I'm gonna grab that. I kind of like it. Stick it in there. Here is a teacup. This is a handleless teacup. It's $2.49. I forget the name of this style of teacup. We've actually we have some listed on eBay right now, and they've been selling pretty well. Now this has some this has some characters on it though that I cannot translate. So for that reason, I think I'm probably going to leave it behind. That's pretty. I kind of like that with the fairy on it, so I'm going to pick that up. $3.49. I'm not sure if that would be German or if it's just made to look like old bisque porcelain. I believe that the term Jasperware is trademarked by Wedgwood, so I don't think that's what you would call it, but it is marked with a number on there. I think I'm gonna pick that up just because of the fairy on that. I am kind of obsessed with this giant bowl. Do I want to ship it? No, but I really love the glaze on this, and it's signed on the bottom. This is actually signed King, York Springs, PA, and it's wild because I actually know somebody with the last name King, whose first name is D, from York Springs, PA, so I almost wonder if this is... I didn't know she did pottery, so that's kind of wild. I wonder if this is hers. I don't know, I'm gonna grab it. Just found this in the wood section. Somebody stashed it. I kind of like it. It's marked on the bottom. I don't know if this is for sake. That would be my guess, possibly sake. But there's no cups to go with it. I guess it could be used as a vase. I do love that glaze. I don't know. Do I want to pick it up just to pick it up? I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave it. No, I'm going to take it. No, I'm going to take it. Yeah, I'm going to take it. I can't make up my mind these days. Well, I decided to look over here in the bags, thinking that maybe the cups that go with that sake bottle might have been stuck in baggies. But I'm not really seeing anything. Here's some napkin rings. If you ever need napkin rings for a formal party, I'm telling you, go to the Goodwill, because I find napkin rings every single visit. And you have all sorts of kinds of napkin rings. You could have a party of like 18 people or like 50 people. All the napkin rings you could ever want. I'll tell you what, I'm not finding. Not finding those sake cups. But I'm still gonna buy the bottle though, because it would make for a nice vase. This looks like it is Bakelite, so I think I might grab that. It's kind of awkward the way it's set in there. I'm not really sure what's happening. And it does appear to be marked electroplated nickel silver. I think that's what the marking is, but of course they don't have a loop or anything, so I'm thinking that's what it says. It's pretty faint, but I really just love the Bakelite, so we're gonna grab it. I'm gonna get a closer look at that vase. Looks like it could be fancy, but I don't see anything on the bottom. There's also a vase in the back. Let's make sure that doesn't fall through the cracks. This has a nice blue swirl. I don't know. It might have had a stopper. It looks like it might be ground on the inside. Alright, well I saw this through the other side of the shelf. I really love the glaze of it. There's no markings on it. It's $1.49. I think I'm going to grab it just for the glaze. And I think I'm going to get out of here, so I'll get back to you in the cart with a total. In the car, not in the cart. I'm not getting into the cart. I'm getting into the car, and then I'll get back to you with a total. Alright, well our total spend here at Walkersville today was $43. I'm pretty excited about that Royal Copenhagen bowl. It is a nice crystal bowl. But anyway, I'm going to move on now to the next Goodwill. I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going to see what we can find there. Hopefully, third time's a charm. Alright, well I decided to start in the vases here today. I usually start in the figurines, but why not start in the vases? I like that yellow, but it does have a chip on the corner, so I'm going to leave that behind. I feel like I've looked at this a few times. I'm going to leave it again. It's a nice looking vase. Nice polished base. I would kind of expect that to be ore force. I don't see any markings on it. It's $4.49. Might pick that up because of the butterfly design and that nice polished bottom. And without a marking on it. They have $4.49 on it, so I think I'm going to grab it. There is a swan dish. That is Kay's collection. Try not to pick up Kay's collection. It has to be really special. That is resin. I expected that to be a lot heavier, but I picked it up. It's really lightweight. Alright, we're gonna scoot down into the figurines. See if there's anything here for us. Lots of piggies. I did not donate those pigs. Ooh, hi. That is nice. Ooh, it's signed. Who's it signed by? Oh, it's Oleg Cassini. It's also $24.49. Ooh. I don't remember Oleg Cassini comping out that high, but I will look it up. I will look it up just to see if it's worthwhile. I really love the facets on it, and if it's worth it, I'll definitely pick it up. There's a nice piece of Waterford for $3.49, and it is signed right there on the edge. Just the clarity of it, you can kind of tell it's a nice piece of crystal. I am noticing now, though, that there is a chip on the side. So I try to buy, when I do buy Waterford, I try to buy it without chips. So I'm going to leave that one behind. So here we are looking at the sold listings on eBay, and here is the Oleg Cassini 8-inch vase with the box that sold for $32. So with the box, if it sells for $32, I don't think that this is a good pickup. I'm going to put it back on the shelf, but I'm also going to put it back on the shelf in the vase section where it belongs. Maybe somebody else will buy it for themselves. There is a Longaberger pitcher for $24.49 again. Okay, so this one I'm going to have to look up. Usually when things are above $12, that's when I am more tempted to look them up before I commit. So we're going to look that up real quick. That child is not happy. Alright, so here we are back in those sold listings. It looks like this Longaberger sells for about $20. So at $24.95, I'm going to put it back. I actually have one at the shop in a different color scheme, and I think I only paid a few bucks for it, so I don't need it. There is the matching utensil crock, but that is $9.49. Ooh, hey, look, there's a tidbit tray. California Valley Vista is $5.49. Vintage tidbit with the little holder there taped to it. That's fantastic. Oh, wait, nope, we got a chip. Back you go. This is kind of a wild piece of glass. It has, it's cased. You can see the interior is white and clear, and it's cut away to form these ribs. It's really kind of interesting. As far as value, I'm not really sure if there would be much value there, so I'm not going to take it with me. This is, you can see this kind of looks German. It's $1.49. It's a little clock. I don't know if that's worth picking up. Probably not. Here is $4.49. It looks to me like it could be Zanesville pottery. Zanesville pottery crock, possibly, for $4.49. I think I'm going to pick it up. It definitely has some age to it. And the bottom does kind of look like Zanesville, so we'll grab that. I was just noticing the goldfish design on this maybe it's a coffee pot, and I really like it. But then I realized that the handle is in fact broken off of that. Kind of a bummer, because I would have grabbed that. Even though it is probably contemporary, I really just kind of like the goldfish. This is a really neat brutalist menorah for $12.49. I don't see any markings on it, so I'm not sure who the maker is of that. But it is mounted on stone. I feel like that's decent quality, so I think I'm going to stick that in my cart for $12.49. What in the world is this? I can't tell if that's wood or resin. It feels kind of like resin. But also, are those like little birds? I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. That's a vintage piggy bank, but I don't want any more of those. Alright, well on that note, I think I'm probably going to head to the car. Didn't find a whole lot here today, but there's always next time. I'll get back to you guys in the car with a total. Alright, well our spend was a little bit less here at Frederick, West Patrick Street Goodwill. We spent $22. But we got a few things. 3 things. Yeah, 3 things. So the menorah is really cool. I might do a Google image search to see if I can pinpoint that to a specific maker, because that will increase the value. That crock, I think, might be Zanesville. The bottom looks right, but the Zanesville that I've had in the past has a stamped number on the bottom, so I will have to look that up. Other than that, it's a cool vintage crock. So anyway, we're gonna get out of here now. I'm gonna move on down the road, but you guys are gonna have to wait for that video. And I guess I'll see all of you tomorrow. So long.